Hello, and a very warm welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll update the latest news about the public backlash, according to a poll that shows Meghan Markle and Prince Harry should be exiled from the royals. Today, according to The Sun, almost half of Brits think Meghan and Harry should be exiled from the royal family because they have, quote, made their bed, a poll has revealed. 4 in 10 believe the pair should be permanently ousted, with more than half branding their controversial biography, Finding Freedom, inappropriate. In a survey of 2,000 adults, 57% of people also slammed the couple's airing of private matters generally likes the same. Most of those polled were outraged by the tell-all book because it was disrespectful to the Queen and the rest of the family. 2/3 said they had been saddened to watch Harry and Meghan's relationship with the royal family deteriorate so publicly, particularly with the Queen. And as a result, 40% think they have, quote, made their bed and should be booted out of the firm for good. The more that is revealed in Finding Freedom, the more damage is done to this self-seeking and narcissistic couple. When the explosive, unofficial biography, due out in August, reveals intimate details of Harry and Meghan's decision to ditch their royal duties, dubbed Megxit. It details how relations between the Sussexes and the Cambridges grew so bitter that by March the couples were snubbing each other. And authors Omid Scobie and Caroline Durand also allege that Prince William warned his brother not to be blindsided by lust over this girl, Meghan. The overall popularity of the royals has plummeted since Prince Andrew was linked to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. This has only been worsened by Harry and Meghan's decision to move to Los Angeles, with almost 1/3 admitting that Megxit has negatively impacted their view of the royal family overall. The Queen remains the UK's favorite royal, with Prince Harry in second place, despite the public backlash. Kate is the third most popular, with husband William close behind, followed by Princess Anne and then Prince Charles. And her dad this week warned the royal couple, "This is the worst time in the world to be whining." He blasted the timing of Finding Freedom, with more than 150,000 COVID-19 deaths across the United States. Indeed, a royal expert also slammed Prince Harry and Meghan Markle for their blame the media for Meghan's dad missing the royal wedding. My expert, Deanna Eppers, wrote on Quora, "It looks bad to blame Thomas Markle's 2 heart attacks as the reason for missing Meghan's wedding, because a decent daughter would have postponed the grand wedding and traveled to see her sick father, at the very least. But Meghan is no ordinary daughter. Meghan knows how to manipulate the paps, paparazzi, and the media, and she blamed the press for publishing the photos of her father working out, having his measurements taken for his tux, though Meghan hopefully explained that in the UK, one wears a morning suit, which is more uptight than our tuxedo. That said, Meghan looked very callous and uncaring, and continues to look that way because she cut off any communication with her dear dad once he had 2 heart attacks. Rather than blaming the Duchess, who changed her phone number to one her father didn't know, right after the wedding, she decided to blame the paps, who took those damning pics of her father, because when they were leaked, and honestly, why else were those pics taken other than to be leaked? And Meghan knew this all along. Thomas became so embarrassed and anxiety-ridden that he had the 2 verifiable heart attacks. Meghan didn't know her dad would have 2 heart attacks, but she did know Thomas would feel so silly and too embarrassed about the published pics to fly out to London, to where she still hadn't even bought the poor man literally a plane ticket to her nuptials. Why wasn't Thomas Markle in the UK 1 or 2 weeks before Meghan's wedding? Why wasn't Meghan taking him to be fitted for a decent morning suit? Thomas wouldn't know what the hell a morning suit was anyhow, and needed her assistance. Thomas Markle also needed some family there to buoy him up ahead of that big walk down the aisle. Why didn't Meghan accommodate her dad, whom she knew would be flipping out and nervous ahead of the big wedding? Make it easy on him, sweets. Bring along some Markles and pay for their stay at the Goring. Nice place, that. Then make sure Harry and Dad met and are comfortable, and then all would have gone according to plan, right? Wrong. Meghan had a plan, and it worked beautifully, save for the 2 heart attacks. But who knows? Maybe Meghan felt okay with that part of the fallout too. Meghan wanted those photos of her dad in Mexico to be leaked. Is nothing safe from the meddling of Markle? Make the Meghan Markle? No. Meghan didn't want her father to meet Harry, ever, because his story would have not matched hers. Meghan tells a woeful tale of making it through the world alone, as Harry did, except he didn't, even if he felt that way. Meghan lied and said she paid for her way through Northwestern. Thomas would have refuted that, and Thomas would have come off looking like Father of the Year to Prince Harry. Thomas doted on Flower, to him, Megsy to me, to the point where Doria felt excluded. The Flower was loved, protected, and went to really expensive schools. Her preschool classmates list reads like a who's who of stars in films these days. When Meghan attended the Little Red Schoolhouse, it cost $20,000 a year, and Scarlett Johansson, Tyra Banks, and Dakota Johnson attended, as did Lily Rose Depp of Johnny Depp's fame. Thomas paid for Meghan to have the best education money could buy in Hollywood. He doted on Meghan to the exclusion of Samantha and Thomas Jr., so yeah, they have hurt feelings, and Doria, who divorced him for loving Meghan so much. Meghan is a spoiled brat. Prince Harry would have known that once he met Thomas Sr., so Meghan made damn sure the 2 would never meet. That's Meghan's diabolical plan. But karma is a, well, You know. So Thomas was supposed to be all embarrassed about letting the paps pay for him to take photos of him. And Meghan knew she had drained her daddy dry. Of course he was going to take the money, honey. Attending Northwestern out of state is $72,000 now. So in 2000, it would have been around $45,000 to $50,000, and times that by 4 years, $200,000 added to the tuition for a private education preschool through 12th grade, which shows Thomas put his money into his youngest daughter, all right. That's love. Back to the paps. So Meghan is blaming them for Thomas not coming out to the wedding because she thinks we're dumb enough to believe that they are the ones responsible for his heart attacks and ruining her wedding by not being there. Wait, back up. That's not what she wants us to think. We know Meghan didn't want Thomas there because of the lies she fed Harry. If she can blame anyone else, she always will. That's what a narcissist does. She isn't to blame for yelling at him for getting papped. She isn't to blame for not going to see him. She isn't to blame for never speaking to him ever again. The press is to blame for Meghan never picking up her phone and saying hi to her father, ever. Since her blowout wedding in 2018. Last time I checked, that was over 2 years ago. How can Meghan, the flower, blame the media for her not speaking to Thomas? She expected us to believe she is incapable of talking to her dad because some silly photos were taken of him getting ready for her wedding. Come on, Meghan. You can write a more plausible reason than the press did it. So, no, most of the world isn't buying Meghan's stories any longer because she loves to lie. She is on record as saying she lied to snag her first job, and she has been caught in many lies. It's never her fault. Her father missed the wedding because Meghan didn't hold his hands in the months leading up to the day. She didn't protect him in his trailer in Mexico. She didn't belong to him over meeting Harry or Harry, dude, man up and meet the father. And Meghan didn't postpone the wedding because of a family emergency. Did you keep your wedding on schedule when your dearest family member, and it wasn't Doria, had a heart attack? Why didn't Meghan and Harry do the Princess Beatrice wedding? Classy, subdued, and, oh yeah, extremely tasteful and elegant. You can't buy class. But Meghan thought by having a more expensive wedding than any other royal, she was being classy. No, Flower, you were being grossly gauche, and people wondered why you were being so awful to your father. They still wonder about that. Classless, tacky, vulgar, and uncouth, and all the classy Brits saw it. Some Americans, too. Meghan is to blame for her dad not being at her wedding. She should have handled things so very differently. And it's not the media's fault that Meghan cannot physically grasp her smartphone and punch in her dad's phone number and talk to him. It's all her fault. Meghan Markle, This is all your bad, girl, and you know it. Mr. Markle, I admire you. And even though Harry couldn't be bothered to seek you and meet you, thanking you for being Meghan's father, I must say you admirably helped Meghan receive a wonderful education, and I am sorry for how your flower has treated you. You deserved better. And you, what do you think about her opinion? Please let me know in the comment section and let's discuss them together. If you loved my video, remember to like and share it with anyone you think would love it as much as you do. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get more news from the royal family. Now, have a nice day and see you in the next videos.
Each of us must have our own sense of self-esteem. Meghan and Harry is the ones who lose those factors. They make mistakes over and over, and mistakes repeat themselves many times, causing them to make a mess that they themselves do not want. Meghan wants the best things that only she has, but she herself does not cultivate and temper, quiet the world. Her mind is not strong enough in the constant stream of life. Meghan is a girl who is left behind because she does not know how to refresh herself, a stupid weakness of herself.